Hello, everybody. This is Grimcad, and we are here for some Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and we are in the Seas of Vodari campaign setting. I am joined by some of my friends who will introduce themselves as I sort of introduce them, because they do much better.
For playing Kaya the Punchy Druid.
You're breaking up a little bit, too.
And I'm breaking up, apparently.
Yeah. I heard Kaya Punchy Druid.
Oh, that's what I said.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Kaya the Punchy Druid.
Gotcha. We're also joined by Kyo. Say hi.
There, I'm Kyo. I will be playing Zori, the Celestial Warlock.
All right, we're joined by Mufasa. Say hi.
Hello, I'm Mufasa. I play Shafa, rogue who probably doesn't have the best ideas.
We're joined by 420 as well. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, and last but certainly not least, we're also joined by Emerald. Say hi.
Too tired to say an intro?
Too tired. I was gonna say, like, does Sharfer even really count as a rogue anymore? Doesn't he have as many levels in fighter as he does in rogue now?
Why I no longer count myself as a
I suppose he's technically a rider then.
I like Frog better.
Frog. All right, so last time, which was like 2 weeks ago, I believe.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Maybe even.
Oh, no, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3.
Yeah,
it was 2.
2 or 3. So we managed to go down underneath the water because of the Sahagwin priestess or shaman or whatever you'll call it, by the name of Shallows, which I realized just now she doesn't have a little nameplate. Oh my gosh, how terrible. We sort of met the Deep Sea Baron or whomever, and he sort of one by one fought us, either beating us or sort of, we're gonna say, fighting to a standstill. That is a very generous way to put what happened with it. Either ways, as it turns out, that was mostly something that was an act for the rest of the Hogwin, who were definitely watching in once we got through that sort of rigmarole or that pageantry or whatever. And behind closed doors, he was much more civil to us. He agreed to help us as we sort of, go to face Kabuka, the giant crab, quote unquote, a god. The thing that we asked of him was to make sure that Kabuka does not sort of retreat into the waters, to which he said, he'll do the best he can, but, I mean, if he really wants to go down at the water, let's be honest, he's probably not going to be able to stop him. He has also gifted us with a large cannon, which was possibly taken from the ship that we were on, possibly not. There was a little bit of contention. We probably didn't look in the studies, so we certainly won't know. We've managed to bring it on land and sort of store it in the cave. We made a slight detour at this point to go free Taan, the fire elemental that was to the north of the island. We did so, both visiting him and freeing him. Then we sort of...
Our best idea ever.
and transported him back to the island, sort of set him free. Not that he was necessarily captured, but, however you have it. And he has promptly sworn to burn the world down, and has gone off looking for villagers. However, he has gone off in the opposite direction of the actual villagers due to a little bit of quick thinking. Right now, he is currently headed off towards the temple, and we are exactly where we are. A rather large fire elemental who has sort of, I'm going to say, ingested sort of the crystal that was underneath that was keeping him, or we believe that was keeping him. Whoops, I punched my mic there. Trapped.
That was such a big brain play.
So the question is...
We were so smart.
Pretty good.
I just want to say I had nothing to do with freeing him, considering I was on the island with him because I didn't go down with you guys.
You were keeping him busy, we all know.
You're a bystander.
Certainly an accomplice.
You never said not to do it though, so
Exactly.
you basically agreed to it.
If you watched it happen, you're guilty.
I'm only a 16-year-old girl. What do you expect me to do?
You're guilty.
Wait, didn't you
Guilt
carry?
is charged.
Didn't you carry him over?
No,
No,
have the
sorry,
lantern
There
or
was
Dad.
someone else. There was someone else that
sorry.
carried him on the boat. I wanted to yeet him into the water.
I don't think you wanted to. I think you joked about it. There's a difference. But either
might have
way,
wanted to.
I would have yeeted him into the water.
I believe somebody fell into the water, right? Who was going to carry him?
So,
Typhron.
me. Yes.
We should
Yeah,
have given it to
Typhron
Typhron
was
so that
gone.
way
And then
wouldn't have
I
to
poke
worry.
fun at Tythron because they're suck at boats.
Which was pretty funny.
Because it's never a dex. It's always stupid dex and not strength.
But what do we do now? So we have definitely sort of,
We're chasing him. We're gonna go after him, and we're gonna demand he stop. Or we're gonna put him back on the island where he came from.
it probably wouldn't be very hard to catch him. I mean, at this point, he has sort of just started going off. He is going at a pace that is slower than, say, you.
Just follow the trail of burnt land.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Disregard.
can't
He's going
believe-
at a pace that is much faster than you.
I can't
Now
believe
that
I'm
I actually
saying this,
look.
but I actually agree with Emerald this time. I think we should go fight him, but I think we should go fight him at the water temple.
Okay, that's where he's
we
going.
follow him until he gets there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where he's going. All right,
Well,
now hear me
he's
out.
gonna go first. So
Hear me out. He's going to find out there's no villages there. So when he finds out there's no villages there, we know where the villages will be because there'll be the bugs there, right? So we can say the bugs drove the villagers out. We know where they'll be. Get them back into the lantern and actually throw them in the ocean this time.
like, something tells me he's not going to willingly hop back in the lantern.
I mean, we can try that just before we
But-
fight him if it's needed.
It is almost certainly not going to work. How
Oh,
stupid
yeah.
do you think this guy is?
I agree 100%. But that's why I say, if it's that last chance, if we're already resigned ourselves to fighting him anyway, but we have that, there's no chance of it working, we're going to fight him either way. We may as well just try that one chance.
We may as well try to parlay and broker some kind of agreement.
And Nix, you're great at talking, yeah. Can you do the talking for that one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got both, my stats and command and everything else as well. So I've got 4 slots left. Although I'd probably need to be, reasonably close to him with the lantern and everything, because we've got to cross a river. So I'd say that to him. But I've only got 14
No,
HP left, so
they would have
if
head to
any-
they would have head
anyone-
to a different island to the south that we know of. Just not. He won't get back in the lantern for a river. There's an island to the south they would have evac to. Is what I'm thinking, because we'll need to use the boats again.
We can try it. How much did the blue healing fruit heal again, Grim?
Same as a regular potion.
So it's 1d4 plus something?
Yeah.
1d4.
4 plus 4.
Cool.
No. 2d4
Plus
plus
two.
2, wasn't it? Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
Okay. So I will eat one of my blue fruits. Was that a really bad roll?
Are we hurt?
I am.
What are we hurt from?
I can't remember, but I was at 15 HP, so I was hurt.
Oh yeah, because we got hit by Super Sahagwin. So I'm
Oh,
slightly above bloodied, I think.
Didn't the
Right, we all
shaman
got
heal
hit.
us
I don't think you did.
after the
No.
fight in the tent?
Don't think so.
There was a healing, but I don't believe you were healed to full.
Yeah. Either way, my sheet said 15 HP, so I need more HP.
Yeah, it's all been the same day, so.
If I forgot to mark healing earlier, then that was 3 weeks ago, and I wasn't standing in the healing circle at that time.
Right.
I'm not at full healing either, so actually, we had those. I forgot we had those, so I'm gonna use mine. Something.
We have traveled around this island quite a fair bit, and I know we don't have a direct map like we go to and everything to trace where
Map.
we are.
I believe you
Unless
actually
someone's been
do
cartographed.
have, yes.
I've been making a
think
map the
nothing.
whole time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, in that case, would we be able to guess how long it would take Big Boy to get to the water temple?
Yeah, it's only 8 miles away. That is a couple of hours for you, and, about half of that for him. So, he's looking at an hour or so.
We could shoot ourselves out of a cannon and beat him there. I can be like the Iron Giant and just propel us forward.
I like it.
Except I'm not giant.
Right.
I say we follow him and, try talk him into the lantern. I don't think it'll work, so brace for
I
a
think
fight.
instead of wasting our time talking him into getting lantern, we should just
Get a surprise attack.
well, I was gonna say talk to him about something better. I don't know, try to just tell him don't kill the villagers, they worship you or something, I don't know. But because he's obviously not gonna just jump back land, so if we could just make him not kill people, maybe that's a win.
I feel like his thing is that he wants to kill the people who have trapped him there and forced him to make weapons for them, even if they consider him a minor deity of some sort.
I think he wants to kill everyone.
Yeah, that
Wants
too.
to kill everything. I think, yeah.
Then we can give him a chance to stand down. Or we'll have to take him out. Maybe he'll accept it.
What about the other ancient creature of power with us? What does
Stubby?
The book.
our blood
Stubby.
I'll turn to the Blood Queen and ask, well, what's your take on all this? I know it's not really an issue that's caused by you, but you're with us. It's your issue.
Hear
It's
me
our
out. Oh my god, I've got it. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but hear me out. Let's get a blood pact going so we can just carry Taan on the ship with us to the mainland, and we can just dump them right next to the Blood Queen when they're both there. You know, it's a perfect idea because then the Blood Queen's not our problem anymore. Taan's not our problem anymore.
You know the
No.
Blood Queen can hear us.
Yeah. So, I'm not like our contract is just to get her to the mainland, mind you. Nothing after that.
And maybe we don't want her calling, hundreds of her children out of the Fae the second we get to the mainland, so maybe leaving on amicable terms might be better.
All I'm saying is that I trust Taan more than I trust Blood Queen. If we have to go on to the civil war of the continent over there.
That's not very great. He kind of, deceived us. She's at least been honest. She's told us what she wants to do when she gets to the mainland.
Kill a bunch of people?
Well,
As well?
Oh, that's just a byproduct of what she wants to do.
I'm sorry. She's such a generous soul. She just accidentally kills people.
She doesn't want to kill the people. She would try not to kill people if she could.
That's the point. Why would you kill your livestock?
You don't kill your best milking cows just for a bit of meat.
But sure, Blood Queen good, Taan bad.
That's what I'm thinking, but I think for the moment, at any rate, Taan is our main issue, and whatever you may think she wishes to do or might do on the mainland, that's an issue for later. We have our contract with her. We can't break it.
I just don't... What if Ted is not even open to doing the contract? I don't think he will be. Doesn't seem like it.
I don't think so.
He actually
either.
could be, because he wants to burn the whole world down, if you remember. And we're his only way to get off this island to get to other land. So if he wants to leave this area, he will need to make a deal with us.
Unless he realizes and is smart enough to realize that it's just for now, that another boat can come along sooner or later, and he knows of our plan to kill the big crab, so as long as he knows that he doesn't need to worry about that, chances are more boats will come through this area.
But no, because the
How
whole
long will
point
that
is
be?
that they won't come up. They won't take him off the island.
Who's to say they won't? There's
But
there's a lot more people out there who are a lot worse than us, who will do a lot more evil with that sort of power than we ever could.
Yeah, who would get tricked in taking him off this small island?
I
Yeah.
think you. I mean, we're his
Who
best
would
bet by
possibly
far.
ever take him off an island?
No one's dead, though.
Quote unquote tricked.
Can I eat Taan?
No.
It's a shame.
Did you say, can you eat Taan?
Yeah, because
That would be an apex predator move. Oh yeah, you're a fire elemental. I can eat you.
could just eat him and take his powers, and then I could just go around and kill everyone instead.
So what are we thinking?
We're chasing Taan.
Going after 10.
I think.
Solve this with fists.
Whatever we do, we're heading after him, right?
So again,
Yes.
As the DM, I have to ask certain questions like, "Are you sure?" And
Yeah.
Do we maybe want to take some
Sure.
time and heal up before we get into what is possibly a rather
because
large fight?
we don't have time. Just let Taan go and murder everyone. Because the thing is, we don't go now, he's going to disappear off into the wilderness, and we are no clue where the fuck he went. And I mean, sure, we could follow him, but the thing is, he's faster than us. We know he may possibly mull a bit at the temple. So we either go now and confront him, or we don't go at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that thought too.
No.
Plus,
Yeah.
the terrain might possibly favor us in the water temple with, you know, the really wet, marshy land around. I know mechanically it doesn't, but like, that's what my character would be thinking.
It certainly can't help him.
Question.
Fight
It
the
was
fire
raining, right?
elemental at the water
It stopped.
temple.
It has stopped raining.
stopped.
since, yeah. All right, so.
I mean, could we? Because this is only a few miles between the mountain and there. Could we, if we like hooked up through these tiles or something, so we could get not necessarily go to the top of the mountain, but get a top of view to get a better look at where he is in relation to the land. And
I
the
mean,
people and stuff.
thematically, it would be slower. Well, I guess it's not thematic, but technically speaking, it'd be slower. But I don't think Graham's actually going to really care.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need to go to the top of the mountain or anything, just, you know, above tree lines or anything like that, so we can actually see across the plains area to the temple.
You want high ground, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, this is too far of a, this is 4 or 5 miles away. This is too far of a distance to have a combat high ground, but a planning high ground.
It's over time.
I mean, it
We have
will
high
make you go
ground.
slower. Simple.
I think we just go
if you
around it then.
up, you know.
We go around it then.
Yeah.
We don't need it. We already know he's going to be there. I'll just go.
It's still pretty open ground from what I remember too. So
Mm-hmm. And I will also, because I presume we're just following along on the beach.
yes.
Yep.
Is he like leaving a
Yes.
sand?
Yeah.
Sand glass.
He
trail
sure
as he walks?
is. So there's not much in the way of life. Hold on. Stop when you're about right here. Excuse me. There's definitely not much in the way of burnable things, but we can easily see where the trail is. About when we get there, which, I mean, we're a little whiles off, just a couple of miles, we can certainly probably see the ruins of the temple from where we are, sort of looming up above. The Brood Queen sort of speaks to you. Well, he's sort of killing my children now, certainly.
Like, to how great of a degree do you, I guess, share their senses?
Well, I'm not too far, but I am aware that they're being killed at the moment.
But you can't, like, see whether they're fighting or just being around them or anything?
No, I couldn't tell you which the other. Likely they're attempting to fight him, but... well...
They won't be doing much.
correct.
Well, let's go save a couple of children from a burning ruins. See, we
For the
are the hero,
kids.
guys.
I guess.
Are the good guys? We saved the city.
Are we
The
sure?
loosest definition possible.
What tide is it currently?
So it would probably be getting down towards the evening. We haven't really been
Would tide be coming?
just roll like
super
flip a coin,
well
head, high
following,
tide,
so,
low
yeah.
tides. Sure, evens is high tides.
Yeah,
Odds is low.
we're gonna say it is high, currently receding.
Okay. High receding.
Damn it. I was thinking we could hold him here until the waters came in. Or try to get him into the temple. and then trap him that way. Start up.
To be fair, to get into the temple, it was still flooded even at low tide, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Well, we could also, I mean, it does kind of mean a sacrifice of the queen's children, but we could also take a rest.
We're leaving them here to die anyway.
She doesn't seem entirely concerned about it.
Like, the whole gist was we're leaving them here to die regardless, so I mean, this is just speeding up that process.
This is a fair point. Well, then we could take a rest, and even if it's just an hour or so, and watch and see if he starts making a move. He might decide to rest here the night before continuing his carnage tomorrow.
I mean, he's an elemental, so that tells me he probably doesn't sleep.
No.
Granted, if we're gonna rest, I would suggest we rest closer to him, where we can actually see him. Like, one would assume he doesn't have supernatural, elemental senses, where he just knows we're in the area. So, if we can see him, because if we can't see him and we just sort of assume he'll be there, he could easily just leave before we get there, and then we can't catch up to him.
The sword that Fraser, Shafa has, that's made of from him, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It was some weird ass
by him?
It was made like it's like a feathered greatsword or something.
It's made from feathers.
And like glass or something.
Do you maybe want to leave this behind if we're going to try and be sneaky? He might have some kind of touch to that if he's, the direct reason why.
I think we're going to need that sword.
And plus, if that's the case, he would know where the villagers were, because aren't all their weapons made by him?
That's a really good point, yeah.
That is a point I did not think about, yes.
So he wouldn't have been tricked by us saying, "Oh, the temple."
Yeah. Alright. So, he's certainly not going to fight them for an hour. But I guess maybe he could. Regardless, I don't mind resting.
There were a lot of them.
True, but how? Like, I feel like he would just give up at some point. He's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be like, after killing the 9,000th mosquito, I can finally go destroy all the villages who are right around this corner.
I feel like he's probably just standing there, and they are naturally attacking the heat source in their area and flying into what is essentially a massive bug zapper.
Well, I don't mind resting, but again, I'd like to at least have visual sight of him.
Visual sight of him means visual sight of us, even if he is a big glowing ball in the night.
Sure, but I mean, we're not glowing, and I mean, it is dark, is it not, Grim?
It's not quite dark yet, no.
I can point out at least 2 of our party members that can see in the dark, even if you and I can't.
Well, I mean,
aren't you yourself anyway?
I don't have dark vision, but
I wasn't sure if it was a Warforged thing, if they had it or not.
I don't think I have dark vision, but that's neither here nor there. Regardless, I mean, if the choice is either potentially having him get away or for an hour's rest, I mean, like, I'd rather just go, but so I think we still have enough in us to get there.
We might be able to still fight.
How much do those like stupid fruits heal you for?
2d4 plus 2, I believe.
2d4 plus 2? I'm gonna rub it on myself.
What do I have? Wait, what the heck?
6 HP. I'm gonna need it. Like, under my eyes, like war paint.
Oh. I think I didn't need to use them. I might have been... I don't remember. Whatever. I used them and I wasn't at full health.
Alright, I'm ready to go. Let's just do this.
So I remember again, I just scrolled up a little bit, and everybody got like the mass healing word for 11 HP a while ago after the fight of the thing, but that was all the.
I believe I already put it down.
Okay.
Because I was at 38 HP, so. And I remember that when we did the fight, I was like one above bloodied or something like that. So.
I remember up to the fight, I did get it. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm ready to go.
Is the plan to try to fight him in the ruins?
Pretty much. We're gonna parlay, or I'm gonna try to parlay if it nothing else, and then. Well.
So we are taking a long rest before we do that. However.
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
One, we don't have time for a long rest. We consider it a short rest.
But
we're not even doing that.
That's what I meant. A short rest.
No, we're not taking the short rest either, I don't believe.
Okay.
There's no time.
All right. You can pull your tokens onto the...
Why is it so dark?
Hold on, I will...
Why is it so dark? I thought it was at night time.
You don't have tokens on.
My immersion's broken.
Onto the bottom.
Tokens on.
Bottom of the bottom.
My token is on. It's still so fucking dark.
Did I move my token?
Bottom of the
Turn
map
off
or
the dynamic light.
Hey.
oh, I'm there.
I'm not. It must be nice to
Yes,
be
you
there.
are. You were most definitely there.
I can see nothing. Well, yeah, I dragged my token on, but I can't see anything. I literally just see myself floating in the void. Pitch blackness.
I don't know why.
This is just my day. Okay, now I can see everything.
No, it just didn't save the daylight. So...
oh god, Blunder Bear. Alright, can I ride Blunder Bear into combat?
No.
Straight into combat.
That should become like a mounted, cavalrist.
Like, Shafa could it because he's small enough, but I pictured that Blunder Bear's probably too,
janky.
Yeah,
Like
shambles.
Think of how a toy horse where it's just front back.
Yeah.
That's all I like to think.
So as you approach upon Taan, you can see him, and it appears as if he's sort of huddling down over things. If you watch him for a few moments, it looks like he is going from body to body of the, various sized but mostly giant mosquitoes that are at this point certainly already dead, and is taking them and burning them to ash at this point. He takes some time, and he does it from one to the other to the next. There isn't much that you can exactly tell of expression on, what passes for his face, it being sort of a large eyeball. But if you were to hazard a guess, he is having immense fun doing so.
Alright, I'm going to walk up and, before I do, I assume that we didn't actually have the plan of just, stealth tag away at the bat, did we?
I mean, are we
actually
talking to him, or are we just...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go try to confront him, but I didn't know if, someone was expecting us to sneak attack. We're like, oh, man, whatever. All right, in that case, then we also do good. I'm going to walk up, and I'm going to yell at Taan, and I'm going to say, Taan, cease your destruction. And I'm going to, point at him.
I'm going to cast that as she does this.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna try and hide and anything.
Sure.
Is the
Anyone else can hide.
Are there trees around? Or somewhere where I can hide?
Trees? No.
I guess...
maybe at one point, but no longer.
Yeah, maybe behind one of the walls or something.
Taya can like army crawl through the swamp, right? And like be a fish.
So
I can-
we
It's this all swampy, so like water. I can like maybe get down and like, yeah, get sort of my skin sort of translucent and flatten a bit. I think I can try that.
I'm a hide behind Blunder Bear.
Oh, you can do that. Whatever is medium, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he can.
Can and he will.
So
Do that. Roll.
well,
Oh, there it is.
And I am invisible.
Mm-hmm. Are you hiding as well, or are you simply invisible?
I would expect not being able to see me would be enough. But I guess I'll.
don't worry about your footstep.
All right.
Ah,
Man,
yes,
everybody's
footsteps when
so
people are about
stealthy.
to be.
With the
screaming
exception
and attacking
of Tythrin.
Indeed.
Tythrin.
Yep.
Taan continues joyfully burning the corpses.
Did he hear me? Did he look over at me and?
He continues joyfully burning the corpses of mosquitoes to ash.
But did he hear me, or did he like look over and just be like, and just?
He did not look over.
Or... All
He
right.
kept doing what he's doing. He really don't care.
Allow me to roll my initiative first, just for the sake of having that.
Sure. All of the party can roll their initiative.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
want to
my
get left
God.
behind,
Which
so I just
initiative
want to
would
make
ever
sure
work?
there's an initiative.
I'll take my 14. Thank you very much.
Initiative.
The Shafa seems pretty much ready for anything.
Oh God, no! Initiative doesn't like me ever. My curse continues.
That's fine. All right then. I assume we're doing things in pseudo order here, so.
Sure. In case people would like to do other things. So that's everybody, I presume?
I think so.
Alright, so starting with Sharfer. Tythrin has called out their demands, and absolutely nothing has happened.
I'm just gonna wait it out for right now.
Alright.
Sure.
Tythrin, your demands have been unheeded.
All right, I'm gonna go move closer. 30 feet, so right there. Right there. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna yell it again. I'm gonna like as loud as I can, and I'm gonna point at him. And all the same thing. I'm just gonna same thing. I'm yelling at Taan to cease the destruction of this island.
So it's readily apparent that he hears you. He looks over to you.
Yeah.
He sort of turns his massive eye. It shifts in its place.
Yes.
It turns back to the corpse. He picks it up and again disintegrates it. He steps forward and sort of gets down on what you would see as being like hands and knees and is sort of peering down on you. And why would I do that?
Because Taan, if you don't, we're gonna put you back on the island where we brought you from.
No, I don't think you will. And Taan rolls for initiative.
It's me and my two guns
I think we should have
over
tried the
here.
lantern thing.
Can I intimidate him?
Ha!
I wish to intimidate Taan. I'm gonna. In fact, yes. To his counter retort, I want to roll an intimidation check, and I will say, yes, we will.
Please feel
It will
free.
be amazing, and it will be a 20, and he's gonna be like, shit. You know what? You win. He's gonna hop in the lantern, and I'm just gonna yeet him into the ocean. He's gonna die. It'll be the most
Or
amazing thing
counterpoint-
you've ever
counterpoint.
seen in your entire
Counter-
fucking life. I mean, 15 is pretty
It's-
good, but
It's a 1, and then Tythrin turns into a puddle of melted metal.
As this small creature attempts to intimidate this gigantic elemental, he is not phased.
I saw. He flinched a little.
And we are going to redo initiative. We are now at the stop at the turn. Taan's intentions
Is he
are clear.
Okay, he's gonna kill us.
I can't unsee the little doll inside of Taan's eye. His little mech pilot.
Yep.
Oh.
So Sharfer, you're up first.
Oh, interesting. How far can I run in this direction? Is that all?
Is what?
I'm just gonna move forward.
Okay. Taan sort of moves into you, Tythrin, and all of a sudden you're sort of surrounded by fire, basically. He's going to attack you twice.
Oh, like he's like truly
Truly
type
surrounding
deal.
you. I don't know.
How is he? How can he keep punching me if I'm inside him? I should have at least advantage.
He's not. He's touching you. So two things happen. Number one, he manages to miss you with both. However, you do take a flat 1d10 because, as I mentioned, you are sort of surrounded.
I'm not scared.
By this fire element.
I'm not scared.
It's 2.
I mean, like, I laugh at.
Well, good. You shouldn't be scared. You're the one rolling intimidation checks.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Tythrin, it's your turn.
You know, I yell at Todd. I mean, you have no effect on me, Todd. It is over, and I'm going to take out my harpoon, and I'm going to stab as much as you can stab whatever he is.
Sure.
My question is, can
you hit him. It would not stick. It would not stick into him, no. So, you hit him, and you think you hit him much solid. But being a fire elemental, you get to know that he does have damage resistance against non-magical weapons.
Oh, luckily for him.
That hit was much solid. Mini ow.
It's true.
There's no
Any movement?
No, I think I'm just gonna sit here. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
just
bask in the fire.
yeah, weather the storm, if you will.
The Blood Queen moves to the side, but she has not been asked to fight or anything of that nature, and so she will not. Azori, it is your turn.
Alright, so hearing the sounds of we're now fighting, so Zori's going to... Okay, she's kind of see Taan.
I just noticed, did Kaya get initiative properly?
No, Kai's not even up here. What happened?
Oh, I'm at 5. I didn't roll with
You're not
my
up
token.
here.
My token was marked.
It didn't stick. It's just like me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work sometimes.
Try it again. We'll edit it to
Garbage.
5.
My token selected. There I am. Oh, can I keep that?
No.
That's good to say.
Whoops.
And
We'll just pop.
Zori's
Let it
going-
to remove because it's just.
Zori's going to hit Taan with a Ray of Frost.
Mm-hmm. That does not hit.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna switch back up. Kaya, it's your turn.
I'm sort of trying to hide, but okay. Or can I do that thing? Okay, so I'm gonna like crawl like 10 feet, and then right here, right behind Kythrin, I'm going to go ahead and wait, what did I do with my? Oh my god, I closed my character shit. And I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it killed in one hit?
Not likely.
No, it's not. But it does do 2d6 within 10 feet. So I might actually want to summon it not that close to Tythrin.
Yeah,
I don't think I can summon it. On Shuffer would be there, but would he get it if he's behind the wall? I don't think I can save. It either hits Sharper or it hits Hythrin.
We'll say it doesn't hit Sharper. Because I also realize
sure. If I can place it right here.
Taan wrong.
Yeah, if it is within 5, it would be within 5 feet of Taan, but it wouldn't be within 10 feet of.
That was like the longest fucking.
Right
thing
here.
ever.
Do you have anything like any sort of like image for it or like temporary something?
Here.
It's just like a little watery sprite.
Sure.
Do you search up ice and put like a snowman there? Can we use Chester?
Oh, I actually forgot to rename it Wildfire Spirit in one part. Okay.
Let's see. I'll give you control of it,
one down. Okay.
but
I could have moved 5 feet, yeah, and it wouldn't have hit. Sure, that's fine.
So it should show up right up at the top again. It's just something I
Right.
pulled, obviously, and you should.
There it is.
Now. Just check to see if you can.
So I can move it.
Okay.
I don't know if those are the proper stats.
They're not. That's for a different
Okay.
monster.
I have them somewhere. I forgot to pull them out. All right. And that's an action, right?
Yep.
So it's gonna do the 2d6 cold damage.
Mhm.
They have to do. It has to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Against your spell save DC.
Yeah, against my spell save DC would be 7 damage. My spell save DC was 12, so it would make it.
Yes.
It's half
Does it
damage,
take half?
or no?
No, it just doesn't take anything.
No, it just doesn't take it.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
and that's my. Actually, do I have a bonus that I can do right now? Let me see a second here. An action. For now, that's all I can do. Yeah.
All right, Nyx, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Just moving. Me and BB. I don't think Taan's gonna move up to BB, so I'm not gonna bother holding an attack action.
Just the movement?
Yeah.
Sharper.
What's music?
So at this point, I will
Is there?
pull out the sword that Taan
Wait.
gave me.
Is it me, or is the music like not like very very quiet, or is there no like?
There may not be music on this page.
No,
What about now?
I come over here.
I hope
There
there
is
is
now.
no music on this page.
I was checking, like there was
Yeah,
the
there
jukebox said
was
there
some.
was a song, but it wasn't sounding.
And
But
then
now it's much better.
I'm going to take a swing at him,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully hitting.
That does hit.
And then I will take another swing at him, hopefully hitting.
It does not.
I am a halfling,
So it does.
so it does.
Well, you gotta re-roll.
Oh, does he? He can just take that 16, can't he? Because the 16 would be the advantage roll.
Sure.
It's 8.
We'll go ahead with that.
Good thing.
So Sharper,
Yes.
as you hit him, you take 1d10 damage, and you are on fire. On the start of your turn, you will take 1d10 damage.
Okay, so I am on fire. I take 5 damage. Ow, that hurts.
Oh, and actually, you hit him twice. So you take
yes.
1d10
Really
damage
explodes.
and 1d10 damage.
Oh, okay. I could have used my bonus action.
Okay,
Actually,
and then I'll use my bonus action.
Which I forgot to do with
Dude,
Tytherin, but, moving on, I'm going to remember.
Two
Yeah,
yeah,
damage.
actually, Grim, could have used my bonus action to tell the
10
spirit
points.
to attack Tan.
I
We'll
got
let you
all
go
of
ahead
that
and do it,
health.
because,
I got
Yeah.
all of
frankly,
that
you're in
health
over your
back.
head.
It was a new thing, so I wasn't
Uh-huh.
fairly sure.
So, yes, go ahead and...
No, my bonus action is it'll take its section on my turn. It won't attack right now.
Ah, okay.
But
It takes its
it just to order. It takes a bonus action to order it,
I see.
so that it does it next turn.
Is there
I
much
can keep doing
swampland
it until it dies.
Is it still wet as around here?
What's that?
Is it still wet around here?
Yes, it's wet. So Taan moves through the both of you. If you would like to get attacks of opportunity, you can.
I do.
I really would.
That's a hit.
And do I take damage for hitting him?
You do.
That is not.
1d10.
I'll roll my own damage. Thank you very much.
That sounds fine. And you're on fire.
Oh god, I'm on fire. Oh gosh.
Um,
This is a terrible mistake. How do I put myself out of fire?
it takes an action.
So if I miss, do I not take the D10?
You do not take the d10 of fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Kaya, he moves on to your square. You take 1d10 damage. You can make an attack of opportunity
Oh.
as well. And you are on fire as well.
I can make it, or
Yes,
is it?
you can make it. He moved in to your square.
Oh, I'm gonna take it. I guess. I'm gonna get hurt, but I'm gonna take it.
No pain, no gain.
I didn't use Shillelagh. I forgot I could use that too.
Wow.
That hits.
Oh, For underwhelming damage. Nice.
Yeah. And you take, 1d2.
And what's the D10 damage?
6.
Oof.
And I need dexterity saving throws.
A random weather throw.
From all of you except Azori.
Oh, okay. Started saving throws. And my spirit
For
thingy as
dex?
well.
Yes.
A question: is this trying to knock me down?
No.
Okay.
Spirit gets an 11. Probably fails.
Ah, yeah, I still don't
Sounds
lose
like it
it.
fails. So it takes 12
Actually, my
damage.
spirit. Yeah, go ahead.
So Blunderbear and Nyx as well.
What's that?
12 damage.
Dexterity
and goes
saving
with the
throw.
save.
Yep.
So he got right up in the middle.
You took 12 and you are on fire, but still invisible. And Blunderbear,
Yeah.
who made the saving throw? No, did not make the saving throw. It was 16. So it takes 12 and is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 12. Oh, and it's on fire. Okay, my spirit is on fire.
Tythrin, on the top of your turn, you take
Yep.
1d10.
So what you're saying is I take. No, you're gonna roll the rolls. I don't
You
want
want me
to use
to
all my
roll?
good
Okay.
rolls on. Yeah, I don't want to use all my good.
On hurting
rolls
yourself.
on taking damage. Yeah.
And we save, we take half, right?
If you save, you don't take any,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
How much damage do I take?
9.
It's pretty rude. So down to. Okay. It's fine. Didn't need that HP anyways.
Hang on. I need to also roll.
And I'm going to move 5. I assume he's not going to get tax opportunity. This man doesn't have reach, does he?
He most certainly has reach. He has ludicrous reach.
So is there no way I can move? I can't. There's no shifting, is there?
You can move the 5, and it's not gonna, take.
Okay.
Because that's a thing that I like.
Sure. I'll do my shift.
I mean,
And-
technically, if his reach is 10 feet away from him, you're only moving 5 feet within his reach, so technically that doesn't invoke an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity anyway.
Regardless, I stab him.
All right.
Can I do a random weather check and maybe summon a torrent of rain?
A random weather check. That hits.
Yeah, I can't be any more on fire, you son of a bitch.
It's true.
So I do take 1d10 damage.
You do.
I don't care. Hit me.
It's another 9.
That's fine. And then I say, what's the save for fire? Oh, it's an action. That's right.
action.
That's right. I thought it was a thing like poison where you just sort of did it at the end of your turn. I probably wouldn't have attacked, but that's fine. Okay. All right. And as a bonus action, are you allowed to go prone? Or is that a movement option?
That would probably be movement. Yeah.
Why is it movement to just let your legs give way? Just ragdolling you a bonus action. Just saying. Because, like, you know, we're in, like, what, ankle deep water right now? If I just hit the dirt, you know, it'd put me out. That is my turn.
All right.
Yes. Can we use our movement to stop, drop, and roll?
Kaya, on the start of your turn,
Ah.
1d10.
And my spirit takes 1d10 and it's gone. Oh no.
And your spirit takes
I
1d10.
don't think it took. Oh, yeah, that does.
Your spirit only took 1.
Oh, it's still up.
My tanky spirit. Well, it is made of water. It makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. It's not even resistant to fire, but I guess. Alright, I'm gonna do this thing as a bonus action, using a key point.
Okay.
Which would be moving as far as I can. And then, as an action, I am actually going to... do I douse myself? I took the 4, right? The 4 was fine.
Yes.
I'm gonna do... If I take too much next turn, I'll do it. But for now, I'll do Ice Knife on it. So that's an 18 hit.
Yes.
So
1d10.
10 piercing and... so the damage is 1 to 10 piercing, and then it has to make a dex save. Because of the ice explosion, the cold explosion.
Okay.
And if it fails, it takes half. So it makes it, it takes half.
Half of the 7, or?
Half of the 12 cold. It takes the full
okay,
7
I see,
because it
I
hit,
see.
and then the cold damage.
Yep.
Or no, he doesn't take half of that even. Oh no, that just missed.
I gotcha.
Okay. He doesn't take cold damage. Never mind.
Okay. Azori. Oh, no, excuse me. Whatchamacallit? The,
Like Wayne.
familiar, whatever it is. Spirit.
Oh, the spirit, it's gonna move up to it. And I believe it can do something fun. Actually, it doesn't move up to it. It would just shoot. It can shoot from here. And it's just going to shoot. Yeah, it's just going to shoot at at the fire elemental for would be my spell attack modifier. $17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, and it does. Five cold damage.
Okay.
5 cold. Is he susceptible to cold because he's fire?
No. Unfortunately not.
Does he, like, writhe in pain?
He does not.
Just like
One
a
would hope he
single
would, but
tear roll down his face.
A
As he,
single
like, experiences
large fiery tear rolls down from his eye. I just skipped
experiences
Azori.
pain for the first time.
Azori, it
Poor
is your turn.
Zori.
Okay. Zori's going to move down to here. And she's gonna hit it with the guiding bolt.
Okay. That's a hit.
$17.
That's a hit. No.
And whoever hits them next has advantage. Yeah, that'll be my turn for now.
Okay.
Charfer.
Next, it's your turn.
Next.
You take 1d10 damage on the start.
Yep.
7.
No, I'm still alive. Roll. Hi. One question I have.
Mm-hmm.
A full powder bag weighs 1 pound, right? Would that be
weighing it
fair to call it the equivalent of a dynamite stick, which also weighs 1 pound of explosive?
No. I had somewhere in the rules written up using like powder as a makeshift thing.
Do we have those rules then?
Somewhere. Hold on, let me look it up, which I have to do on my phone.
In all fairness, a little bit of what makes dynamite is the tightly packedness of the powder. In your sack, it'd probably
Nyx can really like smush it up. You know?
I was just thinking for like ease of quickness, I already had the rules for dynamite right there.
Have you ever ripped apart fireworks and made a triangle bomb?
Uh-huh.
Like that, they work completely differently. Even though it's the same premise, like when everything's out, it'll blow up weirdly, but when you pack it back in, it blows up in an explosive.
I know. But
So this is 101 with
my
Charfer.
plan doesn't involve slowly burning the powder. It is burning all of the powder at once.
Yeah, I assume you're throwing a bag of powder into him.
Yeah. But for ease of keeping the game moving, instead I will cast Dissonant Whispers at level 2. I need to do that.
Okay, so that's a wisdom save? Never remember.
And I will get the DC.
That looks like a fail.
15. Yeah, that's a fail then. So 3d6. I am no longer invisible.
Alright, it
And
is
then-
bloodied.
For my bonus action,
Yes, Taan is bloodied.
I will
Okay.
pull out and
Who knew
drink
he was
a
so weak?
potion of long rest,
Mm-hmm.
getting back all my HP and my spell slots.
Okay. Also, I'm
And-
thinking about Plunder Bear also takes 7.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, Charfer, it's your turn.
Not yet.
I take damage.
You do take
And
damage.
also
You
Plunder.
take
Move further away.
10 damage.
Oh no.
Charfer, what are you at right now?
Well,
-9.
I took 10 damage before, but then I healed 10 damage from the action surge, so now I'm just 10 damage down.
I gotcha.
But I will hit him.
Mm-hmm. You miss.
No, that's the first hit, so that has advantage.
Oh, you're right. It does have advantage.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
gonna
well, it
be
was a 1
wrong.
anyway, so I needed to so I wouldn't need to reroll if I didn't have advantage.
And you take 8 damage from hitting him.
Okay, and then I will use my bonus action to disengage. And I will go zip zap zoobity bop and run away so I can put myself out next turn.
Okay. Taan. We'll move into here. Tythrin, would you like to take a attack of opportunity?
Yes, I would actually.
I wish
Fuck
ranged
you,
attacks
Tom.
could be
All right, that hits.
Ah, look at that. I have rolled like 15, 16, 16, 17. So amazing. 11 damage. Fuck you, Todd. I loved you.
All right, and you take 10 damage
You're
back.
like a brother to me.
I shall
God
be back
damn.
really quickly, hopefully before my turn.
Or the chosen one.
You were supposed to bring balance to the island, not destroy it.
All right, Azori, you take 1d10. Kaya, you both take 9.
Okay, that's reduced to half for me. Or is that fire damage?
That is fire damage.
So that's reduced to half,
We both take 9. Okay.
which would be 4 or 5.
You take that full. Ouch.
And then it is going to firestorm again.
That's 10. Okay.
Well, this is with a DC. 16 saving throw.
Oh, the saving the deck save. Oh no.
You are still on fire.
I seem to still be.
Tythrin, it is your turn.
Take 10.
Light
Oh, God.
me up. I'm still on fire. I'm gonna put myself out.
Okay, you take 4 damage, and you put yourself out?
No. I don't put myself out. Instead, I take 4 damage. And then I walk right here, because it's as far as I can walk. I yell Tom to cease before we're forced to put him down for good. And I can't move any more squares, so I'm going to use my bonus action on whatever the hell is healy thing is. Second wind. What's fire level? What level are we? Oh, 4. So good. And I heal for a whopping impressive.
7.
Oh, fairly impressive.
Plus your
11
fire
HP.
roll, yeah. So Taan responds, "You cannot kill me. You could only ever hope to contain me."
Then continue we will.
It's good enough for us.
Kaya,
Now we
8 damage.
I take. I'm down.
Oh,
While
I was
still
about to say-
burning.
Oh god, I tried to die. I did put myself out, Grim, with my action.
I'm down, so my spirit is.
Your action
out
was
as well.
second wind.
No, it's a bonus
No,
action.
Oh, was that a
bonus
bonus
action.
action? Okay,
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't use my action, so I put myself out.
gotcha.
Bye bye, spirit. You're gone.
are you dead?
No, I just dropped to
Oh, then
unconscious.
I'm
but I'm
pretty
burning.
Sure your element thing stays there. It just can.
I think it stays there, but how much damage does it take?
I'm not sure, and it only takes the
Let me
dodge
see.
action.
Excuse me.
Oh wait, no, it takes any
It would
action
take
at once.
one.
Oh, it's the takes one. It's still alive. I shouldn't have deleted it. I thought it died. But yeah, I just checked and it doesn't die.
Yeah, if you're
It's just at 1
incapacitated,
HP.
I like it. Here, we'll
the
move
spirit
it
can
back.
take any action of its choice, not just dodge.
So it's gonna do the attack action.
Mm-hmm.
It was 60 feet, so it can shoot. Think.
Yep.
Is it blocked by anything, or can it see it straight up?
Is it what? Blocked? No.
Like, is
No,
there?
It's
there any-
large enough
Okay.
that you know even hitting that little bit is not.
I don't think that hits.
No.
So yeah, that's it. That's its turn.
All right. Azori, on the start of your turn, you take 2 damage from fire.
1 damage. Because I am fire resistant. Alright.
What a good thing to have.
Okay. Okay. She's going to use her action to dash and then her bonus action to disengage because of her nimble boots.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? She's going to go here and then here.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
All right. Nyx. On the start.
Yep.
7 for you. 2 for Blunderbear.
I would turn to the Blood Queen and ask her, Queen, would you mind maybe putting Blunderbear out when you get a chance so I can focus on this thing?
Yes, I can do that. If you do something for me at a later time.
If you're talking about a feeding, I've already agreed to that. And while I'm kind of having a conversation with her, I will, once again, dissonant whispers and just keep assaulting his mind.
All right. Another wisdom.
That's another fail and another 8. Oh, he was meant to run away from me last time too.
Well, we'll. Yeah.
And he, yeah.
He wouldn't have burnt me. He wouldn't have hit me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not
It's
retconning all that because we forgot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an entire turn.
Yeah.
Say.
And then I will use my bonus action to move BB a bit closer
Mm-hmm.
and move myself.
Sharfer,
Ah,
it's your turn.
Yes.
one.
I'm going to use my action to douse myself.
Okay.
Is eating a fruit, the blue fruit,
Also an action?
or a
Yes,
bonus action?
action.
Okay. Then I might move. Can't actually move that far, I'm short. Keep forgetting. I'm just going to move behind here. Just try and stay out of the way.
It was a weird place to go out of the way because he is definitely moving right on top of you. Tithrin, you can take a attack of opportunity.
Who is the Tithran? I
Excuse me,
hate the
Tithran,
attack of
excuse me.
opportunity.
I
I think that's the first
that does miss. You do take 1d10 damage, Tithrin. You take 1d10 damage, Sharfer. So
Hit
1
me.
for Tithrin, and you're ignited,
I laugh.
and 8 for Sharfer.
Ah, shit. I laughed so less than.
It is attacking you, Sharfer, twice. $16?
Guess who's dead?
Like, how dead are just dead?
Well, the 16 hits, taking me to 3.
Oh, you're
Nine-
just dropping.
and
Is what you're
19
saying.
hits, taking me to negative 13. So not quite
Oh.
half. Not quite half max.
Gotcha.
Wait, what kills you in 5th edition? Is that negative half? Negative bloodied?
Negative
Isn't it
half, I
negative
believe.
full?
Yeah.
It's negative your full health.
Yeah.
If you take
Yeah.
the damage in one.
Okay.
So
Okay, so it's not negative 10.
Do I happen
No.
to fall into water?
No. And at this point,
Fuck.
Taan sort of bows down, looks down at you, specifically Tythrin, but also glances towards Nyx, and for some reason Blunderbear, and says, "Yield."
doesn't he have to run away?
I believe he just has to go
Shaffers
away
die.
from him.
Yeah.
With Shaffers' dying breath, he mutters out, "We should have tried the lantern thing."
Why did he?
Oh, it had to immediately use its reaction to move.
yeah. Again,
I
he.
see.
he
Well,
had to
again,
run
like,
before
here's the thing. If I don't do that, you need to say something, not just let it go.
I did say something. I said that he needed to run, and then yeah, you didn't do anything.
All right, fair enough. So either way, we'll take those 2 touch attacks back. You would both take the 1d10, and it would move sort of, it was right here.
So sharp for undying?
So Sharfer is undying, the weird is dying. Or it's not really a weird, it's just the spirit. Tythrin, it's your turn.
Imagine not having the guts to kill your own players.
You take 8 damage.
Why do I take 8 damage? Oh, yeah, because I'm on fire.
How are you looking?
Fine.
Fine. Let me look at your
Yeah.
sheet then.
I mean, fine enough.
I should have never doused the flame. I should have just used that action for another attack.
Fine enough, thank you. I just look at my abilities right now. Didn't I say that lets me second win twice, or was that something different?
That's certainly not
You
so
never
later.
get second win twice.
Or as part of a
I think-
class or something.
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty
later
sure.
on I could do.
You never get more than one usage of second win.
I was reading, like, I think my subclass does it, or maybe one that I considered taking at some point did. Regardless, I don't believe. Now, so, I'm going to, I'm going to yell at Todd, I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to yell yield, and I'm going to take out my pistol.
Mhm.
And I'm going to shoot him. Right in his stupid face. Too.
Does it hit?
And this is close. Right in the eyeball. Like right in the eyeball.
Right in the eyeball. The blood clean goes forward and puts out Blunderbear. Kaya.
I take what
Oh,
the fire
actually-
damage.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I forgot to say. I'm actually going to action surge as well.
Oh.
And put myself out.
Okay.
So I don't.
So that's for me. That's one fail.
You take 3.
Yeah, that's one fail. But I need to make a death save.
Yes.
Another fail.
Somebody should probably go and put Kaya out of fire.
Oh god, is Kyle?
I'm
No,
Also
just
grab
me out. Heal
I'm
me.
doing it on my
Oh
turn.
gosh.
I was gonna I was gonna move over last turn, but I didn't want him to firestorm me.
Sure. Azori, you take half of 5, rounded down.
So 2. Okay.
why I just didn't say 2, but you know, that's not as fun.
Fair enough. Okay. Zori's gonna move here first. Oh. Okay. Okay, she's instead gonna move here. Okay, so she's gonna use her bonus action to cast or use healing light on Kaya, and she's gonna burn 2 points of that.
Mm-hmm.
Down there, so 2. Comes back to 5.
So that's up to 5, Kaya.
Oh, okay. Am I still burning?
Yes.
Yes. So you can fully go down on your next turn before
Yeah.
you get the chance to do anything. But at least your death saves.
My death saves reset, yeah, which is good.
Start out. Okay. And then she's going to guiding bolt Taan again.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure your death save
a hit.
DC goes up though.
Level
The save DC never goes up.
19.
I'm pretty sure there is.
No,
I could be wrong.
it's always the same in 5e
Last
at least.
feet to move there. And that will be Azori's turn.
Taan disappears with sort of a yelling and then a sound that sounds like
Okay.
something is sucking in. Whatever's happened is the bulk of this fire elemental is being sucked inwards towards its eye. What's left is a crystal, fairly large. We've actually seen it before. And it sort of clatters to the ground.
I immediately put myself out normally. I take damage. from
Well,
this.
we're still technically in combat while
I
we're,
see.
you know, in fire and on fire and all that. So next you take 1d10, which is 1.
I'll put Kaya out.
We put Kaya out.
Thank you.
Sharfa,
And
excuse me, go ahead. Nyx as well.
yeah. I am going to yeah, no, that is my turn, sorry.
Okay. Sharfer, you take 4,
So I'm going to stop, drop, and
and
roll.
I presume exactly you put yourself out.
I already took my damage, so. And put myself out.
You put yourself out last turn, didn't you? Action surge to put yourself out?
No, well, if you read the chat, mister, I said don't bother
Oh.
because I was pretty sure Todd was just going to walk on me again and put me on fire and hit his turn.
Okay, well then you take, 6 damage before you put
3
yourself
damage. You're going to make me take extra 3 damage because you didn't see that I already rolled my damage.
out.
and
Why
took
are
it.
you rolling your damage?
Because
Be
I said I put myself out.
Fine.
I took
3
3
damage. So
And then-
it sort of goes around. There's one last person, 2 last people on fire, I guess.
Who's still on fire? I'm gonna
Nyx is on
put
fire.
out. Nyx is next to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Azori, actually, there's nobody to put you out, so you take fire damage before you put yourself out.
That's fine. I take half
Yeah.
anyway, so.
Now I
So, and then I put
constantly
myself out.
forget which one between Kaya and Exori are the ones who can shapeshift as well and lives underwater.
Kaya, the monk, can
Yeah.
shapeshift.
Kaya, take
Azori, the warlock, can't shapeshift.
take that goddamn crystal and you remember that really deep pit in the water temple? You know, the one that we think that the crab comes in and out
Oh.
of?
Hear
Yeah.
me
Put in
out.
that fucking
No.
Yeah, I remember
Let's-
that.
Let's give it to the Sahagwin to watch over and let them keep it safe. Because if we just throw it in the ocean, there's nothing stopping it from washing back up.
That's why I say throw it into the giant deep fucking abyss in the water temple. I don't see the fire elemental coming out of his crystal at the bottom of that.
That's where the Snippy Man comes from.
But we're gonna kill it anyway, aren't we?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it wasn't a pit; it was like a channel.
Yeah, but like,
but then it'll
a
just go
tunnel.
deeper.
And I know it went very, very, very deep.
yeah,
Like far out.
Insanely deep.
Yeah,
To
it
the
just
point
went
where you
down
didn't
as far
get
as
to
I
the
knew.
bottom.
So
So I reckon that is the closest thing we're going to find to a pit to the bottom of the earth.
it'll probably lead to the deep sea, which is very, 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 very down, very deep in the ocean.
Good. Was it a pit or was it like a slope? I thought it was a slope.
It sort of sloped down. It didn't go straight down. It was,
like that.
Oh,
it was like the tunnel
An
of
tunnel.
a, burrowing animal. Probably steeper than
I think
that, but yeah. Oh
I
no!
think-
Somebody
I believe
deleted it.
myself.
Still, I don't see the big turtle thing or big crab thing trying to rescue the fire elemental, and I don't.
Well,
see
it's
very
more of a
many
fact.
things.
It's more of a fact that things can knock it up. It could come back. If we give it to Sahagwin, they will know not to release it.
Are they gonna?
I mean,
though?
for all we know, it'll finally die if we just throw the crystal in the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, the crystal was already in the ocean.
No, part of the crystal.
The whole crystal was in the ocean.
The
It's the
crystal
crystal we
was,
dug
but,
up.
but the
means
elemental
Taan
wasn't
can manifest
inside the
himself.
crystal.
Like, not the full crystal. Like,
How far from the temple are we, Grim?
This is basically the temple.
Because I will deliver it if need be.
We're not putting it into the
You and
temple.
your
It's not a
excellent
good
swimming.
idea.
Well, this is the same crystal
And
that we
giving it to the
basically.
Sahagwin's a better
It looks
idea.
like it's made out of the same material as the one that we saw underneath the island, but it is in fact a different crystal.
is it bigger?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's not like he had to have the crystal now. Yeah, what we saw was only half the crystal.
Is it even carryable? If it's bigger than the other one that was underwater? Because wasn't
What
the
is it?
underwater one pretty big?
What happens if we touch it? Is it hot?
It is hot to the
Is
touch.
it cold?
Whomever touches it takes a 1d4 damage of fire.
Oh.
Ow. Ow, guys, it hurts. I'm
It's a
gonna
can.
eat that fruit now.
Look, I could try to destroy it in a day or two with the gauntlet.
I feel like it'll wake up before a day or two. I don't
Probably.
think it's going to wake up in the next couple of minutes, but I feel like we wouldn't have more than a few hours to a day at most. Possibly
Cool.
maybe 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours maybe. And
What happens if we throw some water on it?
It would just sizzle off, I'm sure.
can either of our other magic users shift ground? We'll just bury the fucking thing.
You could freeze it in water.
It'd probably melt through it.
Yeah.
I still think the ocean's
Unless
the
you
best
got some
idea.
Everfrost.
I don't think it can come out if it's in the ocean though, so it's the best idea.
That's why we give it to Sahagwin, because they are the ocean.
It could
We
work.
literally just moved on to the bug island though.
But they still,
But
like, go underwater.
can we really ask another favor like that of them.
And I don't see why we have to give it to anyone. Just drop it at the bottom of the ocean so it becomes another piece of coral.
Or our first plan to use it as a steam engine.
We still
Yeah,
need a
it's
way
a
to
steam
contain it.
engine.
Yeah, I know. Just
Which means
kidding.
hiding it underwater till we have a furnace.
So, I mean,
We
I
just
think
tie a chain to our boat and then we carry him underwater.
Does anyone have a chain with them?
So
I'm gonna be back in a
Here's a
second. I'm gonna
thought.
get something to drink.
that island that he was on was completely made of obsidian, yes?
Yeah.
So even if we throw him into the water, there's a chance that he could just basically create an island, like
That
what that
is-
island probably was.
Yes, that is also possible.
But
Think
he will
so?
also probably be trapped.
I think that's
there.
probably what all this was someone
But
sealed him
consider the
down there.
following. He didn't have a big island, and if he created that island, there would be nothing stopping him from expanding it, you know?
A limit
For-
on materials or power.
I'm not saying that we can't throw him in the middle of the ocean. I'm just saying, like, eventually over time, which by that time we could probably figure out something to fully hold him in place.
By
But-
that time, we will be back on the mainland.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the aspect of throwing him in the ocean might be the best course of action.
Don't give him Tino. Yeah, just don't give him Tino and let the tribals deal with him again in 200 years when he's rebuilt his little island. We could go chuck him in the Druids' Grove in the river in there.
Man, it's a party of, like, just fuck everyone, apparently. Fine, I mean, sure, let's just chuck him in the water,
That's
I
what
guess.
we do best.
Or did Kaya want to do it?
I mean, we can't pick it up.
Oh yeah,
No,
we can't.
and we need to maybe roll it up with something. Thing.
We don't have anything fireproof. At least I don't.
Far away, right?
I mean, it can't be too
Back.
far. The water temple is affected by the tides.
What if we just shoot it with the cannon?
We don't have the cannon.
Cannon's back at the cave.
We can bring it here.
It's gonna
No,
take
we can't.
forever.
We would have a better chance moving this thing 200 feet than we would the cannon 8 miles.
Then how do we move this thing? How do we deal with it?
That is the puzzle that
can
we are.
Encase it in a
confronted
block
with.
of ice and we can move it that way.
Yep. We could hydroplane it or something. Lead and frost
Look.
affect it. I mean,
I think the best thing we can do is we have people go to visit the pirate people. They get a couple chains. I say pirates, but the shipwrecked crew. We bring back chains because I'm sure they have a chain. Enough so we can pull it, wrap it around it, and pull it into the water. And, we do that. It will take like a day or two to fully complete it, but that's probably the fastest thing we have.
I feel like there's a good chance that the Stone Age tribals who still live in wigwams, I feel like they possibly won't have chains.
I said
Are you-
pirates.
They don't have irrigation, man. How are they
The,
going to know about
the shipwreck
metallurgy?
crew. But no, we're
Here's
not going
another-
to the tribals. The
Oh,
crew.
the crew. Yeah, the crew have
Yes.
chains.
Here's another idea.
Shipwrecked
Story kind of turns to the Blood Queen.
Yes. The fucking people we've been trying to save this shitty whole campaign.
I know who
for.
they are, but they're survivors of the shipwreck. You think a lot of chains wash up on the ocean?
They're building a ship. What are they building it with?
Wood.
2 coconuts?
Rope and wood.
Oh
more
my
rope than
god.
chain.
Okay, get the cannon. Do we have any cannonballs for that?
Well, how Exori keeps bringing up, or Kaya keeps bringing up, freezing it.
How do you
Sword.
freeze something on fire?
Do that?
I mean, actually, I could try real fast to see if it actually does take it. I mean, if it freezes it, it freezes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's
Alright.
more even just the factor of literally, can we just keep ice underneath it so you can just push it easily, take a little bit of damage, and have it go a decent distance? Can you basically
Like what?
man through the
A couple
through the
inches?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, what is the spell we are thinking about using? What is the parameters that we've got to deal with? What tools and assets do we actually have to get this done? Trap water, okay.
So, let's say you were just hypothetically, playing around with that spell. As you shape water, it sort of creates a bit of water and whatnot, and actually it doesn't really create water, but the water exists either way. This crystal
we're near the temple, right?
is buoyant like crazy. Buoyant like it took, several pylons sunk into the rock and some really seriously heavy-duty chains to keep it submerged in the ocean buoyant.
Make a little Tensor's floating water disc.
You could, in theory, do that.
Let's just go put him back on the island we came from. That's the best bet we got.
We still need chains to tie him
The
down.
problem is, as soon as we try to put it back, it's gonna start floating. Are you just
No,
gonna put it-
not underwater, just physically on the island.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
actually perfect. That island is far enough out that he can't travel the ocean without dying.
Like, we should have enough time, because he certainly will reform. It is inevitable. However, he
as long as
like
he reforms in the ocean or on that island, it is fine.
yeah, like I mean, he's powerful, but he's not like. I mean, we managed to take him down. He can't be like a god tier of like a respawning type deal. Surely he has to take some time to recuperate. So I think we Tensor's float and disc him over to the island. Azori can like ride with someone else while they focus on piloting the craft, and we just throw it back in the volcano basically, or just chuck it on the sand or something.
Yeah, we might be able to leave them on that island.
So that sounds like our best plan.
And then we also get
Sounds like a good
to
idea.
the villagers when they think everything's normal. They go over to take their trials and everything, and they get to meet the actual true pissed off fire elemental.
And he gets to take his revenge on them. It works for everybody.
Yeah, he gets slow, insidious, and constant revenge.
I mean, it won't be constant because once the first people show up and die, it's probably not going to
here's the
be
thing.
too much
This is
more.
a warrior
Here's the
tribe.
thing,
They might
they'll
see the
send
greater
more.
challenge.
I mean, if
Yeah.
they died, then essentially they'll just consider that they probably failed the trial.
Yeah, they're not worthy of being in the tribe.
Exactly.
People worthy, you should probably come back with weapons, not usually die, but besides the point.
I mean, the first one who can, by themselves, kill what it took all of us to do. I think they deserve to go back to their village and be like, yo, I'm doing what I want.
So, that's certainly an option. That is kind of a moral dilemma. You would be killing the tribe's members with that.
No, that's
We can just
fine,
tell
but
them. We will just
Don't
tell
worry about
them that, Taan
Taan
has
is free.
gone. Yes, he's
Something
enraged, and you can't
happened.
visit him anymore. Yes. Look, that's
To know
this is
how.
Yes. Look, let's just get Taan back there. Let's get moving with him. Because we certainly have no other ideas. This is the best one we got.
So after we sort of come up with a plan, and we spend some while doing it, the Blood Queen comes up. I could do something
we don't
with
need
that.
the juice box talking. Fuck off, Blood Queen.
I was just gonna ask.
Don't ask your opinion.
What can you do with
Yeah,
that?
certainly take it off your hands for quite some time. Forever,
No.
if you wish.
No.
Under what
How?
pretenses?
I'm not entirely sure. Certainly take
would
it
you
off
get
your
rid of it?
hands, however. Sorry, I spoke right over you. Go ahead.
Like, how would you get rid of it?
I have my ways, and with a little bit of time, I can use some of my magics on it. Basically, just make it disappear for all intents and purposes.
No. Or putting it back on the island.
But when would that be a solution? Like, if it's gone?
No, not as in simply turn invisible, but yes, as in take it away.
Yeah, it'd be gone and it's just not here. So that'd be our solution.
Holy fuck.
I agree.
Whatever, just go and put it on somewhere else and kill people. I don't care.
Will it be?
Are you
on-
taking it off this realm? Are you taking it to where you come from?
Oh yes, it won't be here, per se. I suppose.
Works for me. If it's not our realm of, or our plane's existence issue anymore, then it's not our issue anymore.
For 20 campaigns, what it is. Or 20 sessions.
I have no issue with that.
How much time would you need? I mean, we don't exactly know how long until he reforms.
A few hours to conduct the ritual, and unfortunately, some privacy to do so.
I mean, I'd just shrug and walk away. Go check on BB.
I'll give you the time.
Very well, thank you. I'll come and find you.
Not like you can betray us.
Sorry, what was that?
I mean,
Not like you can betray us.
Exactly.
Tythrin and Shatha might have their own issue. I won't leave the area for
Yeah, I
that
was gonna say,
reason.
how much
Tythrin
privacy
seems pretty.
do you need?
Well, as long as I suppose I'm away from any prying eyes, the magic should work fine.
Does the magic actually depend on someone seeing you do it, or is it more just you don't want anyone to see you doing it? Because we're not going to judge you.
I'm glad to know that.
I mean, maybe the robot will, but you know.
Isn't it funny? The robot is the one who is more morally incorruptible.
So, unless somebody really protests,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
Just do
Tythrin
it.
and Shatha
Okay.
haven't.
she would wait for you
I just want to walk.
to leave, and would go about doing her ritual. She would start, doing things before making a circle and all that. And at some point, she would sort of, as she's doing it, summon mosquitoes to sort of push the block in the middle. All the while, they're dying, sizzling, and, it does not seem to be much concern of hers. About 2 hours later, she would return, and then she would tell you that your problem has been taken care of.
An hour or two, so I'm going to take a short rest.
So everyone
Yeah.
can take a short rest, should they wish to.
Burn 2 dice. 6 and a 7.
2 sevens.
Wow, nearly all of you rolled 7s. Well, I jinxed it.
What?
Now that little bit of things have been taken care of, what's your next step? You have procured the allies that you can procure.
Now we wait for a time when the crab thing goes up and we can get everyone together, I guess.
Shouldn't you perhaps make those plans ahead of a time? So that should it appear you would be ready?
That is what we are planning on doing. It's just deciding which one to see first. Do we see the crewmates or go see the tribesmen? I say the crewmates.
I say crewmates too.
The crewmates.
I believe the crewmates
They're the
are
ones we
on
trust.
their way to the tribe, so the crewmates
Yeah.
would get to them first anyway.
Yeah.
Man, I just realized.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
I
So
think I forgot Shafiq.
I mean, like they're right next to each
All of
other.
us. What a shame.
Yeah.
So at this point,
I mean, no one else remembered her anyway. So
it's nighttime. Do we wish to rest or do we wish to travel there and then?
wherever we get to first, we're staying the night.
Yeah. I'd say stay with the crew. Even if it means going a little bit into dark.
Sure, but I mean, are we resting here or first? Or are we traveling through the night then resting?
Is it nighttime right now? Isn't it still daytime? We only fought for a couple
No, it
minutes.
Yeah, but it was getting close.
It was
to
getting
night.
close to night, and then several
Yeah.
hours has passed while she's done her ritual.
Yeah.
I see. I don't care. I mean, either one.
Yeah, we just took a short rest, so we should be good on health and everything.
Okay.
I'm happy to keep
Yeah.
going through the night. We haven't done a night trip on the campaign yet. Let's get jumped
Yeah.
by some spookies.
Ooh, zombies.
And I mean, my second one in action surgery or short rests, so I'm pretty sweet.
Well, look at that. Wouldn't you believe it? All the tokens are right here already. So as we get to, you know, where they've been left off, there's sort of a clearing.
I'll keep me and BB on either side of the Queen while we're in amongst the crewmen and everything.
Mm-hmm. They sort of see you and they call out to you. It looks like they're doing a fairly good job keeping watch. They have not set up much in the way of tents or anything like that. It has only been, you know, it's been literally that same day. So they've got what they have set up basically, but it's really only tents, nothing in the realms of anything permanent.
Whichever guards would be calling out, I guess. Wave to as well. Say, is the captain around?
She's around. She's somewhat distanced from us. She's been sort of doing her best to keep out of sight.
Or Jonathan then?
Yes. Do you want us to wake him, or would you rather speak with him in the morning?
Oh, I suppose it can wait till the morning. Do we have any parties out hunting or scouting or anything like that currently?
No, they have long since returned.
Spread the word just quietly, and it's nothing major to be concerned about because you shouldn't have been going to the temple anyway, but some bugs may have moved into the temple, and this is kind of their queen, but she's with us, and she won't hurt any of you guys. So don't.
They
already
have
talked
already
to the queen.
been
She was there the
introduced.
whole
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, we
Mhm.
have.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Because we designated them
Well-
all as friends, not food.
That's right. Oh well, in that case, veto that and just. We are going to get some rest as well. We've been walking all night.
Indeed. So, yes, you sort of pitch your tents, should you have tents, or, gosh, whatever it is that you have at this point. Bedrolls, whatever it is you've been doing, or just, a nice pillow rock.
I cuddle up next to BB. I think I've got a blanket.
Sharper sleeps inside Chester.
Can sleep wherever.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a bedroll. I'll just sit up.
Yeah.
I'm small enough, so I'll just find someone with a big blanket and crawl under that.
Yeah, bedroll. I think you can do that.
All right. The next day comes up. We notice the crew members waking up and starting to go about their work, which is mostly sort of we're going out in small groups towards gathering food, herbs, things like that. Water, sort of the usual. We do not see any sign of Captain Tecklin, although we do see Jonathan. He would come to us, sort of in our area. Hello! How goes it?
Long and tiring, but good, I suppose.
Good. We made contact with the village the other day. They seem friendly enough, even though we can't, communicate with them very well.
I mean, they have, what's it called? Druid with them.
Remember we sent
Well, yes, but there are many of us and only one of him.
Sure.
fair point. So no issues between you lot then?
Well, certainly nothing that's come to blows, if that's what you're asking.
What about the Sahagwan? Have you run into any of them?
No. None of the normal ones, and neither Stumpy either.
Stubby.
Did I say...
He's
And didn't
He's
Stubby
safe.
say he was showing up, though?
I don't remember.
I believe Stubby said he was going to go to the village. Or he was staying with the villagers or whatever he was doing.
I don't think it would have been villagers.
Probably not villagers. Maybe he said the
Not
Sahagin
villagers.
village?
Yeah, the ship
Wait.
village.
yeah.
The shillage.
I have 3 villages.
Either way, he hasn't shown up here yet. He's still doing his stuff. We only left him like yesterday morning.
Sure, but this is where he said he was coming.
Well, we'll certainly keep an eye out for him then.
Well, at least it seems everyone's keeping their promises as well.
Yes.
So what do we have to deal with giant crabs in terms of, do we have any major, have we pulled up any kind of good items, any rifles or anything like that, or are the men just working off whatever they didn't drown with?
Well, the men have their personal armaments, but no, nothing quite the way I think you were talking about.
We were given a cannon, at least, by the Sahagin.
Oh?
It's in Varial's cave to the south where we all originally washed up.
I see.
Where we brought you guys.
How large?
Quite a big one.
I think the
not
cannon
going
weighed like
to-
24 pounds.
Yes, it was a 24-pounder.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not
it
going to
weighed
sink a
24
galleon
pounds.
by itself, but it can definitely do some damage.
Indeed. Shot and powder?
No.
Well, it was given by the Sahagwin, and they saved it from the bottom of the ocean, so not usable, no.
You were given shot, but not powder.
Yeah.
You were given
Were
4
given
shots.
shot?
Yes.
I don't remember that ever being brought up, but sure.
No, I do remember we got a couple.
Fair enough.
There was no powder, but there was a few cannonballs. Not too many.
Well, we could probably pool what we have remaining. Certainly a cannon would be more effective than, well, small arms against something that size.
Agreed, but it's not exactly easily transportable. Not across an island that doesn't have roads or irrigation or anything.
No, of course, but luckily enough, we have several strapping young men with nothing much better to do.
Well, I suppose Varial can show them where the cave is whenever they're free.
They were there. We brought the whole group with us for some reason when we went there, so they know exactly where it is. So we were first walking away from the fire elemental.
Yes. Because for some reason we
Or
thought
not
the
fire
entire
elemental,
crew-
crab. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that.
Well, yeah. We can get some of our people to bring it up to here, or would it be better to bring it somewhere else where we're planning on fighting this thing? Because I gotta tell you,
We don't know where it's gonna be, so
Well, that's... The villagers might have a better idea, and I imagine it would be around the temple somewhere.
maybe we should
Yes.
just leave it at the cave then.
You know, there's a mountain just a mile or two. How good are your sharpshooters at?
8 miles? Probably not.
No, not 8 miles, not from the cave, from up on the mountain.
Yeah, that's still 8 miles from the temple.
No, it wasn't. It was like 3 or 4, I think. Yeah.
Still too far.
One,
to shoot a
two.
cannon.
If we bring it to this close side of the ruins,
Still too far to shoot a cannon.
not from an elevated position against something the size that we're firing it against.
So the cannon itself has a range of about 2,400 feet. Excuse me, I just lost my mind. So, half a mile, basically.
That's for straight on shooting. What if we turn this into a one-shot
I mean, you're still
howitzer?
certainly, shooting at some disadvantages.
Oh, yeah. But what if we turn it into a one-shot howitzer?
How are you going to do that?
Load it up with twice the amount of powder, 2 balls, and put it on a big tilt.
You hope and pray it doesn't explode?
Exactly.
I like it.
No, it's going to explode. That's why it's a one shot.
Exactly, yeah. It's a one-shot. It's going to explode, but is it going to just explode outwards, or is it going to actually release powder first and fire the 2 things before it basically just, duck bills the barrel?
Answer, no. Just explodes.
If only we had a gnome.
That's racist.
A gnome would be able to do this for us.
Sadly, we
Another thing-
lack gnomes.
Another thing to consider with the cannon too, we could set it up somewhere and try and get the crab's attention and like lure it to a specific spot for like an ambush.
I
kind
think
of thing.
that's the best idea. And if we're not going to long range it, I think the best idea would be to put the crab directly over the cannon, so there's no chance of missing. If we have the cannon in the ruins somewhere, and the crab comes into the ruins, and we have it camouflaged, we might be able to just basically shoot up through it.
To be fair, I don't think you really need to camouflage it. It's probably not intelligent.
Not necessarily the cannon, but, you know, the crew operating it will probably not want to be standing out like sore thumbs.
Sure. But I mean, still
it's-
not even here.
It's a factor of, would we rather have a chance of missing, in which case just take the chance of missing, put the crew at the least danger, and have it shooting at a distance, or guarantee we are not going to miss?
I mean, we could just shoot from like, you know, the optimal range, half mile.
I mean, in all fairness, if we're going to do something like put the cannon on the hill, we should just use the cannon to try and draw the crab in.
I mean, that's its,
I don't think
for the
that-
record, that's its long range. Its optimal range is within 600 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want it to be an optimal range, you're already at point blank when you're dealing with something that covers, you know, 100 feet of movement in one step.
True, but we also want to make sure we have as much time as possible because it's going to need to get reloaded. Ideally, at least once.
We also have seen
Bring it
that
to-
it does not move that fast.
No, but yeah, I'm just talking about for the size comparison.
Sure.
Like, this is a massive thing that we're dealing with. If we have the cannon literally in its shadow underneath it, like, would you even make us roll attack rolls?
Yes, because there's a chance that it doesn't penetrate.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Like, I don't think being under it's a good idea because we'd only get one shot. If we shoot at range, we at least could get potentially 2, maybe 3 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Up to 4.
Yeah. Possibly, but I think 4 is a bit optimistic.
Well, that's assuming that the cannon's the only thing attacking it. I would imagine the more, I guess, outwardly proficient of us will be able to kind of hem it in from the outside and keep it in position if we are smart about it. I mean, big or not, I'm pretty sure assaulting its mind with screams of the damned is going to make it run in one particular direction.
I don't know. I mean, we haven't fought it yet. It's hard to say.
Well, we have, but that was when it had a sneak attack on our ship and it just kind of broke it in half.
That doesn't really count.
Yes.
To be fair, that doesn't really count.
Total bully moment.
Bully moment.
We
Bully
just
by
the fire element. We can solo Kabuka.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a fire elemental to deal with anymore. Which I personally see as a good thing when all it was intent on doing was burning everything.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
The first good thing we've done all campaign.
And if
Not
it's
a bad thing.
it still involved selling a fire elemental to a fey
You
god.
guys rescued a captive mage from an undead, bunch of pirates.
And then I tried to save her, and
we
then
did actually try and do
Yeah.
that, but then Snippy Shippy.
Snippy shippy.
Nippy shippy.
I mean, we did at least basically adopted Shafira.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because that counts.
We also forgot she
Even
existed
though you forgot her
all the time.
All the time. It's never hi Shafira, how you doing?
It's not that we forgot her, that we were protecting her.
Right.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault.
We don't want her to fight.
Don't have we don't have the telepathy ring anymore, so we
Yeah, we
can't
do.
talk to her.
No, I do.
Didn't we give that to the ship guys?
No, we didn't. I still have it on me.
Because they took Varial.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
But I guess next we go to the villages and see if there's anywhere besides the temple that it often appears.
Maybe. No clue.
How's about what we do is we take 5 or 10, refill our drinks, all that kind of things, and then come on back.
Alright.
Use the restroom,
good.
that kind of thing.
I could go for a cigarette.
Or one of those.
Are you advertising to all of our the kids watching right now
All
to
the
do drugs?
kids. I'm 99%
actually-
sure the only person watched is
actually-
Spoonie.
Actually, what I'm doing is I'm pointing out how terrible
you
of an
telling-
addiction smoking
Are
is.
you telling
It's
Spoonie to do
taking over my
drugs?
life. It's on it. You know, I'm pointing out how bad it is. Like that's exactly.
Alright, well, either way, I'll see
know how
you
much
guys in a
fucking
couple.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.
I'm back. Are other people?
Hello.
Ah, someone is there now.
Someone is there.
One is there. It's here.
Just sort of thinking, you know how we killed the crab thing, and then Kabuka went to the boat and we brought the crab thing there.
Yeah.
If there is another spawn of Kabuka that comes when Kabuka comes, then we might be able to use the crab corpses to bring him where we want him to go.
Maybe.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Everybody else back? Are you waiting on me, or are we still waiting on some folks?
I am here.
I'm back.
I'm back. Just am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost all back.
So what do you guys think, like, what's the plan? Because, really, I mean, that's the next point.
Waiting for. We need to get more information on Kabuka, I reckon.
Yeah.
And then waiting for him to show back up. We need to find out, like, the best place or most likely place he's going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I think we first have to go bring the cannon here. Set it up.
Yeah.
Then we get everyone ready. Get the village to prepare for Kabuka.
Okay, I'm back. Hope you guys weren't waiting on me.
Welcome back.
We were, but it's okay.
How rude.
Just for a minute. So again, as I was sort of saying, the last thing is to make a plan. And I guess we want a little bit more information, so we're going to go ahead and head back to the village.
Ba-da-ba-da-boom.
Which, my goodness, it's been so long since we've been here. But we've already made ourselves
Really?
home.
I mean, we were here not too long ago when we were TPing up with
I meant
Angry Girl.
time-wise.
Angry girl.
Not really. I mean, we were here maybe the session before the last one we did.
So a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another day, another dollar.
Yeah.
Another day, another frog.
Nashte.
Nashte.
Nashte. Badass little thing.
Nasty, nasty.
Just because you get smacked up by them.
The Nashte Rider.
So you are welcomed into the village. Not much has changed since the last time you've been here. They're
Question: do they take our weapons, or have they?
They
stopped
do not.
that at
They
this
have
point?
stopped that at this point. Last time they did not take your weapons, and they do not do so this time as well.
Just double
Because
checking.
we're part of the village.
Right.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I was just making sure that was still the case, or I didn't just like imagine that was happening. So yeah, we're here. They welcome us in.
Mm-hmm. They say, "Hey, how are you doing? Can I get you a cold one?"
Howdy, partners.
Meowdy.
Meowdy do. That's it. That's all we got. Why do we come here? We're talking to them
We
about
need to talk
something.
to people who know stuff about the big crab.
Do y'all know anything about the big crab?
Question, were we gonna
around
warn
in
them
the-
about Han?
Tom's gone, remember?
Oh, right, never mind. We didn't end up placing him in the... Are we gonna tell them?
No,
Nope.
they just don't need to worry about him anymore.
Right.
They don't need to know why they don't need to worry about him, or who made it so that they don't need to worry about them. We are the heroes, not that this village deserves, but that they need. Plus, I don't think they'll take too kindly to us disappearing their god.
Just, us sitting here. I mean, it's daytime, I presume, right?
Yes.
So we ask. I can't imagine they have appointments because they don't have irrigation. So we walk up to the chief if we see him. Otherwise, we ask where he is, or I ask where he is.
Sure, and you would be directed to him. He would still, be in his hut at this point in the day. Privileges of the, chief and all that.
Yes.
And he greets you. Hello!
Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
Indeed. We're here. I don't remember the last. This is out of character. I don't remember last time. In character, we were here. How far times got? Because
But it was
they
just
weren't
the other day.
here. Yeah, but they weren't there for Kabuka, were they? They knew he was coming on land, but they never saw him. Correct.
Probably.
So I guess let's start with that. So, I asked them, Kabuka was on land a couple days ago.
He would.
Were you guys aware of
not.
that?
Kabuka, god of rain, comes when it rains, especially these prolonged rains.
Indeed, that's, and Kabuka was destroying the camp of the, of the shipwreck, of, the other
Yes,
people
we
the
spoke
survivors.
with them. Very
Mhm.
interesting. They told us that when Kabuka came, they were smart to run.
Indeed. Well, that's why we're here. We're looking to enact a plan where we don't run, we fight. And you would certainly know better than
Right.
anyone
and
else.
We've sort of talked. What of the Sahagwin?
I believe they're helping us.
Helping us?
Didn't we talk to them about this?
Yeah.
Yes, we already have. The whole, like, don't kill
Have we?
them type deal, right? I thought we did.
I know we told them that about the change about us not attacking them and how we were gonna
Yeah.
get the Hogwin allied with us, but I don't.
Like, maybe, like, we certainly haven't followed up with the whole underwater adventure, but
Right.
I thought at the very least we had told them. Like, if at nothing else, the scouts knew. And then, because, yeah, like, did we go back? I thought we went back to town right after that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't
had to
want
get
the
Wave
scouts.
Riders.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we just
Oh,
have never returned the Wave Riders. We have had them since we went, to become part of the village.
I'm almost certain we had to have come back and talked to him about that, because remember we were here when we were with Kess in the rainstorm, and that was right before Kabuka came on land. So surely it was brought up that
we went and talked to them just before we went off to go take on the island, and that's when they brought the Wave Striders around to the cave.
Surely we've told them about the whole, like, we were going to ally with the Sahagwin. Correct.
Yes, they know we were going to ally the Sahagwin.
And they thought it was like a terrible idea or something like that.
Sounds about right.
Should be sure of that, but
But now the Sahagin have agreed to help. Was it terms with the Sahagin that they would move to the island that we just cleared?
yeah, they're living on the Mosquito Island.
And so that they're not going to be any more problem for the villagers?
That was the agreement. Yes.
Pretty
Yeah, the
much,
last
more or
episode.
less. Good.
So all we tell them is that they have been dealt with.
Well, the Sahagwin have agreed to help fight Kabuka with us, as well as moving to further away.
Good, so they're not gonna be here anymore, taking our food or anything.
We're not
Should they
quite
have-
sure about that. Like,
Have they been?
They were
doing
moving
so in the
further
past couple
away.
of days?
You guys were talking on each other.
Have they
Yeah.
been doing so the past couple of days?
Yeah, they were doing so a while. Well, no, I guess they haven't been past couple days.
exactly.
You're welcome. But no, you won't even really need to deal with them while we fight with the crab. They're more if it runs to the ocean, that's when they're going to step in. We might have one in our little group that you may have met before. I can't remember the one that talks like us and wears clothing.
They're not gonna fight then?
Oh, they are. They're just going to do it from the water.
We're gonna fight them in the water.
No. How likely do you think it is that that thing isn't going to run, and how likely do you think it is we are going to actually be able to stop it from doing so?
I don't know if it's gonna run. Why would it run? And secondly,
Because God or
you
not.
think they're gonna be able to stop it if it run?
After we and your tribe and everyone have dealt all but the final blow.
So
yes.
we doing all the dying for him?
Only as much as you want to be rid of this thing.
I mean, I don't think
If
the
you're
villagers
cowards and
want to be rid of it.
stay hiding on the island, that's fine.
You stated before Sahagin you didn't want to be near Sahagin while fighting either.
We didn't say that. We don't trust them. But you were gonna vouch for him and all that. But now, are they not fighting at all? We just gonna be dying? What's gonna keep them from taking over us after we all dead? Fighting God.
Everyone.
They don't want anything to do with the island either. So they don't care as long as that thing is dead. They gave us something to help as well.
This sound like we kind of getting the wrong raw deal.
I mean, I don't know. That's what it is.
I mean, you agreed to help if we get rid of the Sahagin. We did.
Yeah, I can send some of my boys there, but look, now I can't be sending everybody if, I thought we'd be dying hand in hand. Now it's just us dying.
But they were complaining about the fact they didn't want to fight next to them.
I'm pretty sure that was you guys saying that.
No, it was 100% them. It was 100% them.
100% them. They said that if they were together in the fight, they didn't want to be together in the fight because they didn't trust them from turning towards
Well, that's
them.
still probably very true.
Yes, but they didn't want that to happen, so we provided a chance for that not to be the case.
And now they're complaining about the fact that they're not fighting hand in hand.
I mean, they certainly would, I guess, not be complaining about fighting hand to hand, but I mean, their other complaint is still, pretty valid.
I mean, you can't complain about both options, though.
Can't you?
Do they or do they just...
No, you can't. Not when they specifically said that they would willingly help us if we did, this. Like, it's not like we forced them to. Like, they signed up with a deal, and we're trying to give them the best options, and they're complaining about both of them.
Right?
Ideally, they would help fight, but you complain about them fighting next to you. So we made sure that wasn't the case.
And if I might add, the Sahagwin actually bode no ill will towards you personally either.
I mean, aside from all the eating of us they'd be doing.
I've seen a hog would eat anyone.
We've never seen that, but beyond that point, it's a natural thing, the same as a lion hunts a gazelle. You just wish you were the lion. Or maybe a lion hunting a tiger might be more apt, because, I mean, your warriors aren't exactly wet noodles, as it were.
To be fair, they don't understand either, example of either animal.
I wouldn't imagine so, but...
So, what your plan? Me and my entire tribe line up on the beach, charge God? Sahagwin sit back, eat shellfish?
No. We actually are still working on the plan, and that's why we need information, like we came to ask you now. You have dealt with this god for, I assume, generations.
Right. What you want to know?
Well, Is the temple the only place it comes in? Does it explore other areas of the island? And if so, at what frequency? Is it seemingly completely random, or is it almost you could set your rituals to it that he comes in?
Nah, kind of depends on how long he want to make it rain for. You know, if he make it rain for several days, he usually come onto the island. First stay on the beach a lot, then sort of come on inland, all that kind of thing. But then when he tired of making it rain, and he be going out. Always be coming up at the temple, though, at first.
See, that's a good start. So, when you're hunting an animal, you tend to look for its watering holes and things like that, the places where it frequents the most, and you start from there. We have that location now, so we can base our attack and our defenses around that. As we said, we have a gift from the Sahagwin that with our crewmates, we can turn it into quite a formidable weapon. We just need people to man it, which is not your villagers, of course.
Okay, well,
The rest of us...
that be sounding good. What else?
What kind of, I guess, ranged weapons does your tribe have? Or do you just use your... I forget what they're called.
Mockwaddles.
Yeah, muckwaddles.
We have spears we can throw. Good 60 feet.
Well, that helps a lot if we have large enough numbers, but I mean, it's trying to, again, hunt lions with toothpicks. It's going to take a lot to do much of anything. And I mean, I can't speak for everyone else, but what I would put my money on would be that once it gets so injured, it will run for what it deems as the safest area, which is away from the constant needles of spears and cannons being thrown at it.
I would try and go back into the temple, right? It slips there.
Well, that's fine. That's where the Sahagwin will be to finish.
But the Sahagwin can be there because it's underwater, so they fight it there and we help.
We can. That's when the villagers can step out of the fight, tend to their wounded, hopefully minimal casualties. That depends on the strength and speed of your warriors, of course. No one's expecting anyone to last very long in what would be considered one-on-one combat with this thing. I imagine it could crush any one of us, Sahagwin, human or other, in less than a second without a second thought.
So, alright. Let's say your weapon, my warriors, we beat up God a lot. God start running. He'd head down into the water. If the devils could have killed him, they'd have tried, right? What they gonna do?
But they can't kill him at full strength, but when it's wounded and on its last legs fleeing for its life, that's another matter.
Yeah, if you say so, but what happened this don't work? What happened he just run? Swim faster than them or something?
Then we are back where we are now, minus a few hands in what could have been an effort that did or didn't work for the name of greater freedom for everyone.
But what if it not just a few hands? What if he kill all of us?
Then we weren't quick or strong enough to do it, and sooner or later it would have happened. You can't stay hiding in your huts forever. Sooner or later he's going to come over to this side of the island. I mean, surely he's done it in the past before.
Yeah, he has. And he has not killed everybody.
One day, one day fighting is one day fighting will be necessary.
At least this time, the hands that are being lost won't have to be women and children, and the ones who can't have a chance or stand against him. What's the point in being such great warriors like I see your tribe can be if you won't step up to the challenges placed before you?
You can run and be a warrior again tomorrow.
That's not how a warrior does things, though.
Oh, then you go fight him.
Warrior
We will.
doesn't warrior's dead.
We will be there fighting.
Will you? You guys ain't saying what you doing at all.
We're going to be in the thick of it. We're going to try and...
For all the time we said we will be fighting with you.
We'll be fighting on the ground as much as possible, and those of us that can fight underwater will continue to, I imagine, after then, or can plan around working with the Sahara.
I don't know, like... This plan sounds fishy.
Don't think we're going to just be sitting in the
I mean, they are
background doing
fighting the
nothing.
crab.
And our friends, the one that can fight, the of our group, the shipwreck, whatever. They will also help. Like they will be there using our weapon, and then if they can fight it, help fight.
If anything, us and the crewmen have the most to both gain and lose. The longer we stay here, the longer we've lost our freedom. We don't have that same that you do here.
Excuse me. Okay, well, I can probably get 30 warriors or so good enough, strong enough to be able to fight with Kabuka.
He's fighting with Kabuka? I can't believe he's betraying us.
Plot twist, the tribals are like, nah, we're fighting you guys now. That's certainly 30 more hands than we had otherwise.
I think that sounds like a big number. That's good enough.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? Where are we gonna do this?
That's what we came to talk to you guys about.
You're the ones that know more about Kabuka.
Right, and we tell you what we know. This is your plan.
We're
Which is
going
why
to
we came
move
here
our
to
weapon
talk.
to the most likely location for it to reliably show up, which will be the temple. And then when it starts raining, everyone will gather at the temple and fight together. We will try and lure it into the cannon's range so we can do large amounts of damage there, and we will have to fight as skirmishers so we can stay out of its reach until it gets wounded enough to run back to the Temple of the Ocean, where the Sahagwin and the rest of us will be waiting to finish it off.
Okay. We give it a try.
I don't think killing this thing is going to be like hunting a rabbit, more like a giant bear and I'll pat BB on the back. Do they even know what rabbits are?
You would not have seen rabbits, no.
Are the only animals we've seen like frogs and crabs?
Lots of birds. Lots and lots of birds. And, any number of, aquatic.
Either way, the death throes of this thing isn't going to be running around in circles. It's going to be thrashing for its life. I reckon the Sahagwin, if anything, are going to lose more people. Or
Yes.
have a higher risk of it anyway, because there's
So
a
the
good
idea
chance.
is we set up ambush in the temple or near it so that we can, like in the flat area, that we can draw it in.
Yeah.
Okay. That sound like plan. We be ready. Druid, when rain start, Druk will know how long it'll last for, so we can know when a good one coming.
Well, that will be our best opportunity then. Does Varial have sending?
No.
Barely failed it for the last time.
Like, I don't see, and this is just out of character, I don't see the group fighting on land being the ones that kill it.
I think we will.
Unless it's actually a sentient creature and, you know, it can think and it just decides to make a last stand. A wild creature
He's
will
gonna
run.
make a dramatic last stand.
You just see Crabbo's second wind. In D10.
He's gonna like pull out a giant battle axe.
Our crab turns into a crystal and we're gonna kill it.
Crab god with barbarian levels.
It rages.
He's got him so warlock.
It's a bird totem, so it doesn't take any damage from anything.
Either way, we have sort of a rudimentary plan in place. I think this is a pretty good place to stop for the day. And then next week, barring releasing any other ancient evils upon the world, we can actually, get to the big fight.
Maybe there's like an ancient evil bird we can release.
I mean, there may be, but you probably have to search.
We didn't really go to the bird nest, so we could check there.
Never really explored the mountain very well. Could be a couple of things.
Do we really want to look for ancient evils to unleash?
Yes, because or else we have nothing to fight.
Either way, I think it was an alright session. You didn't, team white to, the fire elemental, so that was good.
Yeah. Did you
Now that we're finished with it, how nerfed was it?
Yeah.
I
only cut his HP by 9 ticks.
Some things happen.
Was it based off just a regular fire elemental? Because I think it was pretty buffed then.
It was based off of regular
fire.
fire. I mean, there was more. It was, originally a lot more than that. 2d10s, for instance, for starters.
Man, imagine not making us actually fight.
I already dropped one of you. Nearly two. That's good enough. But yeah, so, we'll see each other next week. Until that time.
No one dies.
I hope you have a great time, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Look.
Bye.
If unless someone actually died,
See you
it's
later.
not a true fight.
Peace.